everyone, and welcome to the Manufacturers Cup, and this is season 9, and this was the first race of the season, Brands Hatch, so it was last Sunday, so quite a while ago, but obviously we've had a lot of videos, and I'm in the Peugeot, which is now one of the worst cars in Group 3. It was one of the best, it was equal with the Porsche, and then this new balance of performance change has just dropped it off, so here I was around about 6/10 slower than the Porsche, I think. But this is a track that should suit the RCZ. This should be the RCZ track. And then I've also raced this at Yamagawa and Miyabi, and I think I was 1.5 seconds down there. It was something insane. In fact, it was so insane I qualified 17th in that race. That's how bad it was. But here we are racing anyway, and yeah, as you can see, it's a mixture of manufacturers. I think the Z4 is not that good, to be fair. We've got the Aston as well. I do think the Z4 might be slightly better than this Peugeot though. Peugeot very slidey at the rear end as well. It's quite scary to drive this car now, but even so, I love the look of it, which is why I've chosen it, and that's what the Manufacturers Cup is all about, I guess. You pick your favourite manufacturers, favourite cars that you want to race, and you go and race them. Likewise in Group 4, the RCZ in Group 4 is horrendous. We've had a lot of videos from Brands Hatch. Now I've got a team versus team video of Brands Hatch. You may have seen the live stream of that. I'm not going to post that for a few days because obviously you're watching Brands Hatch now, and we're fighting for second place, so we're doing alright in the car. Just going to the end of the first lap, and we've got an Aston on our tail. We've got to figure out a way to get past Azori and Gordo here. Now I have raced him before, and he did slightly tap me in a previous race. I think it was a Bathurst, and that knocked me off and knocked me into the gravel, which cost me lots of positions. So we're looking to overtake here. Bit of a weird line, but we'll accept that that's his line for now. And he just loses the rear end there, so we're going to look to try and overtake him there. He dives to the left hand side there. I'm not sure why he does that. So I'm now going to the left hand side to try and overtake him here. Are we going to do it? Are we going to do it? He seems to turn left here, and then turns left again even though I'm there and on the curb. Unsettles the car completely here. The Aston gets a good run out because he sees what's happening. Azorian goes to the left. And I thought I thought personally that was a bit too aggressive. If a car is there, you can't just turn into the car. So I thought that was pretty bad driving there. So we continue on all the same, and we'll see if we can get past him and also get past OTK as well, but he's in the Aston, which is phenomenal in the straights, and it's a good Group 3 car at the moment. The Aston, good manufacturer to pick, seems to be up there with both cars on various tracks, so maybe one to pick in the future. And you've seen the GTA livery on the Aston, maybe I should pick that. But even so, we head towards the end of lap number 2, and we're going to try and look for a place to overtake Azorian. As you can see, he's struggling a little bit as well in that car. On the leaderboards, I've always been slightly ahead of Azorian, so maybe I should be slightly ahead here. I don't know. As I say, the Z4 looks like it's a pretty bad car as well as the Peugeot, to be fair. But as you see, we get a good run out here, really good run. And as he comes in, he does that weird line again straight in, which is going to make him slow down on the apex, basically. But even so, we're going to carry on. So you saw his line on the last lap at this next corner. Look at his line this lap. So obviously he kept hitting me into the curb for whatever reason. Look at his line this lap. It's perfectly fine. Look at that. So I'm not sure why he did that, or the purpose of it. Maybe he ran wide there and didn't realise. But I get loads of oversteer all over the place. Stay on one line here. Let the Porsche go. He's going to have me there. Just check behind ourselves. We've got enough of a gap to maintain this position. Lost another position here. We're not doing very well, are we? We're starting in 3rd. We're now down to 5th position. Let's see what we can do. So we advance a bit further in the lap. As you can see, Azorian and OTK have just gone ahead a little bit. I've been fighting with XQ for a few laps, but obviously we've got Dingle Dell here, very hard going. I see he runs wide there, just a bit too wide for himself, and he loses a position there. So back up to 4th position. Yes, we're on a roll here. So now we're going to chase down Azorian, Gordo and OTK. See if we can get to 2nd. If we gain a position, I'll be happy. It says number 5 on the car, so I'm already ahead of where the game expects me to finish based on my rating. Although I'm not sure, in my personal opinion, I don't think it should affect it in manufacturers just because of the way the cars are at the moment. Even so, we're caught to Azorian Gordo. So let's have another attempt at trying to overtake this guy. Now I'm going to be a bit wary because obviously he went a bit, not even a bit, it was very aggressive defending. We're after clean racing at the end of the day. Personally, I thought, the one earlier where he nudged into me, I thought that was a bit unfair. Let me know what you think of that. As you can see, I go to the inside and he dives to the left again, under braking. You really shouldn't move like that under braking. It's dangerous. And if I ever race this guy again, I'm potentially just going to keep my nose in there because it's my line. So and you need to give space when somebody's there. But we continue on all the same, and we are going to get this position. I'm going to push like hell here. So let's have a look where we're going to do this. We can't do it here, it's not a very good corner at all, but we can keep looking on the inside. Because we're looking on the inside, it's forcing him to do this weird aggressive defending, and it's losing him time all the time. And just come through here, no place here, and it just runs a little bit wide there, doesn't get the apex, gain a little bit of time there. Now, one place the RCZ is good is out of this last corner, and I'm also pretty good out of it myself, just as a driver. So he runs wide here, and we get a bloody good run here. So I go to the right, he goes to the right, so I go to the left. It's fair enough as far as I'm concerned. He's now in the middle of the track, so I'm going to go right again. He goes right, I'm going to swing left, oh my word. And I'm going to try and go around the outside. Now, I am wary that he did hit me before, and as you can see, he just taps me there, but he does try and avoid me this time. So I think it was just weird aggressive driving. A weird aggressive defensive driving earlier, but it's not the greatest way to race clean. But even so, we're past, but he's going to get me back. That is now the question, because this car is sodding useless on the straights, let's be honest. As you've seen already in this, any sort of slipstream, I do not gain on any car at all, but they do gain on me, as you're about to find out. But is he going to get me, is the question. So coming down here, we're going to stay to the right hand side. We've made our one move here. He goes to the left. I can then move over a bit more to the left. Obviously give him the space that he needs. He just hits me there. Not sure whether that was lag or anything. That wasn't, you know, intentional. You can tell that. So I go defensive again here. Wrong place to be on the outside. Really wrong place. You are not going to get anywhere being there. So he loses a bit of time again. Going into this corner. I love that corner. You nail it right all the time. It's proper solid. And then through this left-hander, so we're still doing okay at the moment, and we've got that little bit of a gap that we needed. So just while we got that little bit of a gap, is it going to stay there actually? I can't remember this bit of the race. Look at this live commentary. So let's look behind ourselves. We have got a bit of a gap. Let's look at the radar, bottom right hand side. Oh, we're going to keep it. You can see his arrow catching. We break in a really good spot here. Car's really good in the corner. Through we go, and we've kept that so far. Into Druids. Oh, look how close that arrow gets. You know, we're still defending here. The key here is to remain calm in this sort of situation. The car will pull through. Brands Hatch is a really hard track to overtake on. You've got to remember that, as he runs slightly wide there. But what I was going to say while we're fighting is I'm going to do an interesting video on BOP and balance of performance. We're going to see if we can balance performance cars and see if we can come up with a value which is better or makes the cars even more equal. So that's going to come out next week. Going to be interesting. The Porsche is the base marker. Oh, Azorian runs wide there. He's lost all the time on this final lap. But the Porsche is the base marker, because on fast tracks, slow tracks, wherever you go, the Porsche is always up there, mainly because of its stability. So we're going to look at that and see if we can, you know, PD might even watch a video and go, hey, this is actually good. Or we may not come up with a value and it might just be a waste of time. Who knows? Let's have a play and let's find out. But as we come to the end of this final lap, I hope you enjoyed that little race. I certainly enjoyed it because, you know, it's nice to fight in the field for a change rather than being out all in front. But that's the end of the race, and that's the end of the video. So thanks very much for watching. Give it a like if you liked it. Leave a comment if you've got anything to say. You know, any comments, criticisms, love those sort of things. Video there, or a video playlist if you want to pick a race you want to watch out of that. My logo says if you want to subscribe. But that's it for now. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.